Okay, Lee, take it away.
All right, Heidi Beth, thank you. All right, well, I just wanted to welcome everyone again to our first Tuesday of the month webinar. I'm seeing a whole lot of new faces, that's for sure. And I'm excited to have these as usual. And tonight we're gonna have a great topic. And as usual, before we get started, I like to start off with the rank ups and the brand new coaches. Unfortunately, the only things I have is the new rank ups because the new coaches, with the update that they've done with the streamlining of the health coaches, it no longer keeps track the way I can live, or not live, but doesn't keep track of them where I can pull back and take a look at who the new clients in. So I don't know if they're going to change that or not. So I won't be able to. I wasn't able to pull up all the brand new health coaches, but I do have the rank up. So that was great. And if I miss anybody, please let me know. And for now, if you can, please welcome your health coaches on our Facebook site, the brand new ones, and continue to congratulate them with their new rank up. So like I said, tonight I'm just going to talk about rank ups because I have really no way of accessing to find out who all the brand new clients are unless I go through kind of a needle in a haystack type of thing. So, all right, well, let me open this up real quick and go through it. So last month we had an awesome month. We had 8 brand new senior coaches. Congratulations. We had 1 manager, 4 associate directors, and a brand new integrated regional. So I'm going to name them off, and I'm going to start with the senior coaches. Congratulations to Carol Bunch, senior coach, Gail Davis, Cheryl Smith, Cynthia Dunn, Jan Lloyd, Lynn Atkins, Jacqueline Matranga, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, and Teresa Robinson. Congratulations for hitting senior coach. And what's fantastic about that, we all know that you're helping at least 5 people regain their health and moving forward into developing the businesses that you want and helping a lot of people get healthy. We have 1 manager, and that would be David Lever. Congratulations, David. And then we have 4 associate directors. I wanted to congratulate Michael Rankin. Congratulations on going associate. We have Cindy Yotto. Congratulations on hitting associate director. And then we have Renee Firebaum. Congratulations on associate director. And we have Kyle Yoder. Congratulations on hitting associate director. And the next individuals, I'm really excited to announce them as integrated regional. As you guys know, integrated is the great goal for structure and equity in our business. That means really you're working on not only helping a lot of people get healthy, but you're also helping other individuals develop their businesses and helping more people and expand your reach. And integrated is the way our compensation is set up, so that's kind of something to shoot for if you want to build equity in your business. So I wanted to congratulate Tina and John Conkler on hitting integrated regional. So congratulations to you guys. Yay! I see you right there. Well, again, I love congratulating brand new health coaches and their successes. I know it's a lot of fun. We enjoy ourselves. We're helping a lot of people get healthy and really moving the mission forward to getting America healthy first and then the world. So, and tonight we're actually going to be talking about how we can really accelerate that. And the topic essentially is going to be about National Convention. It's coming up in July. It's going to be 9th through the 12th in Orlando. So I know many of y'all that are on are already going to be joining us, and I'm really excited to see many of your faces. So, and I'm still crossing my fingers and hoping Lana can make it. I don't know. She's due July 20th, so it's a little close there, but we are only about 2.5 hour drive away. So it still may happen. I don't know. But anyway, so what we're going to do is tonight I'm going to have some great speakers talk about, some of the things that I think are really important about National Convention. And before I do that, I'm going to quickly share a little bit of our story and how National Convention have really transformed the way we think about our business. Our first one was actually It was Keystone, Colorado, and I know many of you guys will not remember that because many of you are new. I've been doing Lana and I've been doing this for 9 years. And in fact, actually, I've been doing less technically because the reason why I went to Keystone, Colorado was actually because I was an avid snowboarder and I wanted to see what the mountains looked like. That was my main motivation to go there. Because Lana was the one that was, health coaching before I ever really even thought I could do it. For some reason, I had concepts about, well, she would be great at that because she's a nurse and it's in the health field. And I was an electrician and general contractor. So I figured, I probably won't be good at that and I don't see myself doing it. Boy, was I wrong. And part of, going to national convention allowed me to see is that there were people from all types of different types of fields. They were doctors, they were, they were chiropractors, they were lay people, they were all, and even construction people. So for me, I'm like, maybe I can give this a shot. So at least I got my wheels thinking. But here's the thing that I really took away when I went there. I went there to check out snowboarding scene, and what I found was instead of catching, getting on a snowboard and catching the hills, what I did was I caught the vision of Take Shape for Life. And I could tell you that that was one of the best moments in Lana and our life together, because that catching that vision has really allowed us to create the life through Take Shape for Life that really matter most to us, as Dr. A says. And, after being there, we realized what people meant by saying that, more is caught than taught. Because, we could do these Zoom webinars and get on the phone on Monday Leadership and other phone calls and really listen, in theory, how things work. But what happens is when you get to experience individuals and the vision of the people that are part of a community that are moving forward towards something that's really purposeful and meaningful, it really transforms the way you think about what you do. So I that was one of the things that really helped me understand what I was a part of. It helped me really grasp and understand how powerful this is that we're doing. And then the second thing is one really cool quote that I've heard. It's actually by Jim Rohn, and many of you guys I don't know him. And if you don't, I highly encourage you to really go and study some of his stuff. Jim Rohn is R-O-H-N, Rohn. And one of the quotes that he said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And, at that time, I didn't know Jim Rohn. I didn't know that quote. But I kind of had an intuition. I kind of felt like, I looked around the people that we spent time with, and we were 23 years old, and I knew we wanted more. And I know there's a lot of really, there are firecrackers out there that were 23, and don't get me wrong, but I knew Lana and the circle that we were part of wouldn't help us get to the next level of where we're looking for. We just knew we were really hungry and had a huge desire to really make an impact in the world. And spending the time and the energy where we didn't get us there. So we knew that we need to find individuals that are leaders, that are ones that really are getting out there and making a huge difference in America and in the business. And that's what we found in Take Shape for Life. We found we could rub shoulders with these individuals, and we found that, wow, we can develop these relationships and become actually friends with these individuals and spend time with them and really start moving forward in our, in our personal growth. And that has significantly changed the way we actually, on a personal level, the way we view ourselves and the way we view the world. Because my old world was, I had a huge desire of really moving forward and helping a lot of people get healthy. And I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to really build a business. I was entrepreneurial, but I didn't have a business. But I knew I wanted to do something big. And when I saw that I could, link arms with individuals that are already doing it, that got me really, really excited. So, and lastly, just more on the practical side, and I just want to let you know, those are kind of the 2 big things for us. It could be different for you or for the health coaches that you're planning to invite. We knew that how special conventions were, so we made a decision that we're never going to miss one. And on the next one we did is we try to figure out a way to get as many people there as possible. So Lana and I invited everybody that we knew, all the health coaches that that were on our team, and also even non-health coaches. We said, what we'll do is we'll help you develop, to pay for the cost. A great strategy would be to help develop the business that you'd like. if somebody's really excited about going to national convention and finances are the number one objection, well, we sit down and talk about, well, let's talk about how that can be done. Maybe we can help you go executive director if that's your desire. And you know, an average executive director, they earn over $2,000 a month. That can easily pay for getting to national convention. And so what we did on a practical level is for the ones that really wanted it, we helped them, you know, help get out there and get on the phone and help build their businesses so they can pay for that. And they can really, like I said, get to experience that vision and link arms with leaders. And, you know, some of the other kind of practical tips too is be thinking about maybe, you know, starting earlier and sharing a room with individuals, you know, to save on costs. If you're pretty close or close enough within driving distance, maybe carpool with individuals. And the point is that, you know, whatever it takes to get out there, however you can get out there, I really encourage you to be out there. If you haven't registered to go yet, please do. And then help your health coaches that you know that can really benefit from this. And I think everybody can. One thing that I remember years ago is that I would sit at a national convention event and I would wonder, I'm like, man, I wish I had more people here, because if they can catch what's going on, it can really light them up and get them on fire. So now we don't leave anything to chance. We invite everybody to come and we figure out ways to help them get there. So, well, enough about, you know, some of the things that I want to share. I have some great speakers on the line as well that had amazing experiences with National Convention. I know it's rocked their business and moved it forward. So tonight, our first speaker that's going to be on, you know, he's actually a leader in Take Shape Life as well, and he's a global director, and he has a very large team and rocking it too. So, and I know part of that is certainly can be attributed to attending National Convention. So, John Davison, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Lee, for having me on again. It's an honor. And, you know, I did not realize that your first convention was Keystone. That was Donnie's first convention. I stayed home and with the kids and drove her to the airport. And she said that you and Lana came and picked her up at the airport in a Hummer. That must have been what you used to drive out there in the to go snowboarding, I guess. But anyway, yeah, Donnie, since then, Donnie and I have not missed a convention. We've been to every convention since then. And I joined Donnie in the business 3 or 4 years later. But the National Convention, you know, really it's for everybody. It's the biggest convention of the year. It's a great place to invite pre-clients, clients, pre-health coaches, and of course health coaches. But for anybody who is considering Take Shape for Life, you know, as a business, as a career, you know, it's an absolute must. It's a really neat place to be. They showcase the company. They will tell the history of Medifast and how Take Shape for Life came to be. You'll hear the detailed vision of Take Shape for Life and Dr. A's vision. And it'll really help a new coach determine what their vision is going to be. And if you already have a vision for a veteran coach, it'll really help you fine tune, you know, what it is that you want out of your career with Take Shape Life. But it's especially a great place if you're a new coach. It's a great place to be because they've got a lot of entry level training for coaches. I mean, there's training at all levels, but you know, the leadership trainings that we go to throughout the year at Go Global and Sundance, those are, you know, usually for EDs and above. But convention, there's a lot of stuff for brand new coaches, you know, how to reach senior coach in your first 30 days. So it's a really good place. If you're brand new with the company, it's a great place to get. And Orlando, you know, for Pete's sakes, it's easy to fly to Orlando from anywhere in the country. So if you're a new coach, we really encourage you to get there. And one of the things that I like about it, and when I was new, is I would seek out the people that I could relate to, the top leaders in the company that I could relate to. And when I see somebody like Brian Drowninger or David Miller or Dominic Terranelli, you know, those guys are just like me. And you know, they're not any different. They're not special. They've just been doing it longer than I have. And that gives me a sense of peace. I mean, I can do that. When I see those guys up there and doing what they're doing, I can do that. So it'll really open up your eyes to the possibilities. I know it's kind of cliche, but it's ordinary people, just regular people like you and I doing extraordinary things. And it's just a really fun environment to be in. It makes you want to be a part of this incredible community of like-minded people. I mean, Take Shape for Life, the neat thing about it is it attracts really decent people, really fun people that you want to be around, the kind of people that you want to be friends with. And you just really can't get in. Once you go, you're just hooked. So it's a great place to be. And if you're serious about your business, you want to be in Orlando, Florida on January 9th or July 9th. But yeah, it's a great event, and it's a happen place.
Well, thank you, John. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
You know what I just realized when you said the Hummer, the Keystone? I realized that wasn't our first national convention. The first one was
I didn't think so.
So ours was the first was Park City, which had only about 300 people. It all kind of looked the same because it was mountains too. But
yeah, I knew you'd been around longer than that. I knew it wasn't your first.
Yeah. So that when you said the Hummer, it made me click. I'm like, wait a second, that was our second one. But yeah, so Park City, Utah wasn't that different than Keystone. I've been to so many of them, I got them all messed up. But yeah, I mean, I could tell you that it was still amazing. I remember in Park City, because I think it was they did the Olympics stuff like that. So there was all this stuff being built up at the time, and I remember sitting outside. I'm remembering the first event. And we were just sitting with just a small group of people. I think there was total maybe 300 people at that first national convention Lon and I went to, and I was amazed because I was like, wow, this is such a huge opportunity with so many little people. So like there's such few people involved, and I knew we were pretty excited because I'm like, wow, this is really the ground floor. And I'm realizing even now, 9 years later, I'm like, geez, we're still just a scratch of the health and weight loss industry. I mean, if you think about a $68 billion industry, and Take Shape for Life being what last I saw was about 0.31% of that. I mean, it tells you that there's still so much room for growth in Take Shape for Life, and we're the only ones that really have what we offer. I mean, I was just out before getting on the webinar tonight. I was out at an event here in the Venice area, kind of getting out there and meeting new people and things like that since we're new to the area. And nobody's heard of Take Shape for Life. And there's a good group of people out there that are business owners that are out there a lot networking. And I realized that we're still just a scratch of the industry of the health and weight loss industry. So I know we're more than that, but that category is so vast and so large, that it makes me realize how much more opportunity we have out there. And thank you, John, so much for sharing. Is there anything else you wanted to share with me?
No, I was going to say the first convention that we went to together was the following year, which I think was 2009, which was also in Orlando, Florida. And I'm pretty sure there were 800 people there in 2009. Seems like they're around. And I thought the same thing. It just seemed huge. And I think this year we'll probably have over 4,000. Last look, I think we're around 2,500. But yeah, it's amazing.
Very cool. Well, I'm super excited. I know that, I lucked out moving out here pretty close and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pumped. Florida's a beautiful, beautiful place with a lot of palm trees and warm. So if anybody's cold, it's another reason to get out there and warm up. So thank you, John. And so the next individual I have, everybody knows her. She's bubbly again, lights up the room. She comes in. And she hasn't missed any events. In fact, she brings her entire family all the time, and so they're always out there learning the healthy lifestyle as well. And I love it. I love seeing them all the time with their shiny faces and just always happy. And Milan and I have been able to really develop a close relationship with them and their kids, and we've just been watching them grow. So we absolutely respect and love these individuals. And I wanted to introduce Honeybeth Wiggs, National Director. Please take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lee. I am so glad and honored that you asked me to share tonight. And I was thinking about the topic and what I can share. And the importance of national convention and why it's important. And for me personally, after that first convention, I was amazed at what happened to me personally. It is such a time for personal growth, and I didn't even realize what was happening. And I love the training. I love the events. What I love most is being able to talk to our other leaders in between sessions, in some of the small sessions, at lunch, hearing what some great practices are, what other people are doing to be successful, what's working, what's not working. It's a wonderful time to network and to be around all those other people. But after that first convention, I just made a decision, one decision, and that was I was not going to miss an event ever if I could help it. And I was going to lead by example. And those are the two things that I have just stuck with, that I'm always going to lead in such a way that hopefully that others will want to do this. And so by not missing an event and making National Convention a priority, we actually work our calendar around it. I get a chance to perform in July at the Grand Ole Opry, and that interferes with convention. And I've actually gone to convention, and I've gone to perform and gone to convention and gone back to rehearsals. And so I just make it a priority to go, and I love it. So there's 3 things that you need to do. And here are my takeaways for you. Number 1, you need to make the decision that you're going to go. Number 2, you need to register immediately. And number 3 is let your business mentor know and make a plan on how you're going to get there. And like Lee was talking about, it is a matter of building your business. I will just say in general terms that it's probably only going to take, and I say this, only going to take 8 to 10 new clients to completely pay for registration, transportation, and hotel accommodations. And to work with your business mentor on that. But there's a way to get you there. If you make the decision and if you register, we will make sure that you get there. So just work with your business mentors. I thought it would be interesting for you to hear from a perspective from 2 people. I've asked Carrie Baum-Lane and Charlene Lefebvre to share why they are brand new health coaches, well, relatively new health coaches. But I wanted you to hear from their perspective as new health coaches why they're going to National Convention. So Carrie, can you unmute yourself and just share 60 seconds or less why you decided to go to National Convention?
Sure, Honey Beth, and thanks for the opportunity to share. So I just have one thing to say on it, less than probably 30 seconds, and it's I just needed to trust my mentorship. It hasn't failed me yet. So I just did what I was told. I made the decision, I registered, and the plan is in place. So that's it. I'm going.
Well, that's great. Trusting your mentorship, knowing what's best for your business, and that's the main thing, is that I would hope that all of you would trust your mentorship team and what they're doing to help you build your business. So that's fantastic. Charlene, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so from your perspective, if someone were to ask you, why did you decide to register for National Convention, what would you say?
Definitely the training and the team and my mentors and my mentors team and the people who have just kept encouraging me, and they're helping me dream weave and see the vision for executive director. And I just want to be able to take that to all my clients and my family, that I'm changing their lives and sharing this.
Awesome. So what I hear you saying is, again, your mentorship is telling you that this is something that is really going to help you reach your business goals, and also help equip you and fine-tune your skills as a health coach and even a business coach to help you grow your business. I love it. So what I'm hearing in both of these people is trust. It's knowing that we know what is best and the path that it takes to have a successful business. And we really want to encourage you to do everything that you can do to be there at National Convention, because this is where, like John was saying, this is where the vision is caught. This is where training takes place. This is where a lot of seeds are planted for yourself personally, in developing yourself, your personal growth, your leadership skills, and everything that you need for having a successful business. So that's just all I wanted to share. Make a decision, register, and talk to your mentor coach. We'll get you there.
Well, thank you so much, Honey Beth, for sharing. And Carrie and Charlene, appreciate that. Well, I remember actually, it kind of brings me back a little bit thinking about the first national convention again. Our health coach, I remember, because we were just, Lana was a brand new health coach. I think she was a coach for a couple of weeks, and she was just barely getting success. The national convention was coming up. We started April, around mid-April. And I think at that time, if I'm not mistaken, I think national conventions is probably around June-ish or something like that. So it wasn't quite July. So it was pretty quick. And brand new health coaches, and I remember our coach was on us. She was just like, you gotta come, you gotta come, you gotta come. And we're thinking, wow, why is she so adamant about it? But I could tell you that we're so grateful that she was that adamant about us going. And, like I said, it was one of the best decisions. I honestly don't know if it wasn't for the first national convention, going to the first national convention, we may have not been here, because we wouldn't have understood what we were, not only a part of, but really what we can do. It opened up a huge, huge vision for us, what we could do in our lives. So, if you're on the webinar tonight and really you're like, I only want to take care of a couple of clients, that's it. Maybe National Convention is not for you unless you want to just have fun. But for anybody else that really, especially for the ones they're feeling, well, what's my next step? What do I do? How do I really get clarity? How do I get understanding? How do I really move my business forward? Take Shape for Life University, or AKA National Convention, is the answer. So again, I would highly come and definitely trust your leaders, because every time I've encouraged anybody, or Lon has encouraged, or I know any of the health coaches here encourage anybody to go to National Convention, none of their health coaches ever regretted it. We're always grateful for the fact that we continue to encourage them to get out there. So
hey, Lee.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I had something that I wrote down. When John was talking, he reminded me of something that Brian Drollinger always says. And if you are hesitant, and if there is a reason that you cannot get to National Convention, he always likes to say, whatever reason it is that you can't get there, that's probably the reason why you need to be there.
That's good. That's really good.
So just think about that. If it's, I don't have time, I don't have money, there's something, all these other things, it's usually a good reason to be there, so that you can work on that, so you can have more time, or have more funds, have more time with your family, that type of thing. So I love that, and that he says that.
Yeah, and I like that. I love that you brought up. Thank you, Honey Beth, because that makes me it's making me kind of think that objection, like you said, is the very thing that, each time individual. So if this isn't your first national convention, it's your second or third or fourth or whatever, you're thinking, well, I might have been there already. I probably heard it and been through that. But you're coming with a different mind, and your life is in a different place, and you're looking and hearing different things. So thank you, Honey Beth, for sharing for that, because whatever that objection, that reason that you feel like you cannot or will not go, may be the exact reason why you probably should go. So,
and bring people with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And John was saying, they don't even have to be coaches. Think outside the box. How many people are you bringing with you once you make the decision? Let's just have a party. What coaches do you want to see there? What people do you want to see there? Let's just have fun with this.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you, Honey Beth, for sharing. And let's just go ahead and open it up for last minute couple questions or comments or anything like that, and then it's going to be a wrap for tonight.
I have a comment.
Hi, Andrea.
Hey, sorry, I was finishing my garden in the dark. So I have to tell you, I made the decision to go global this year, which is another great event. And just going to the events, I believe, just gives you a whole bigger picture of what we're about. We're here in our own houses, in our own towns, and you feel like you're kind of doing your own thing. And but when you get there, all the other groups, seeing all the different things that they're doing, it's very inspiring. It's very eye-opening, and there's always a very specific path to help you get where you want to go, whether it's just get your food paid for, or if you want to make this a replacement income. It's just kind of all laid out for you. So I'm really excited I got to go this year. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome. So if you're thinking about going to National Convention, I'm a big advocate for events. So.
Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate that. Anybody else? All right. Well, it was so great to see all your faces. Thank you for being on, and I'm excited to see many of you guys at National Convention. I think I'm still working if we're going to do the first Tuesday webinar of the month, because it'll be on the 7th of next month. So I'm going to work that out. Maybe we'll figure something else out, possibly. Well, we'll be at probably a couple days earlier at National Convention. So I may have somebody else do it, or we may need to put a different time and date. So I'll figure that out and get back to you guys on Facebook regarding that and email. So everybody, have a good night. Thank you all for joining us. And as Dr. A says, let's get America healthy.